welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. Today's video is going to be a 2025 garden haul. We went to a few stores yesterday and picked up a few things that we need for the upcoming projects we've got going on and getting our garden set up for the season. So we'll get into that haul here in just a minute. As you can see here, Hector is out of commission.
Hey everyone.
He hurt his elbow, so for these next couple projects you'll be getting me. So let's get into this garden haul. Be sure to give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell if you haven't already. That'll let you know when we upload our videos and you won't miss anything that we get done.
Here we picked up a 21-gallon tote. Usually I use this to capture the rainwater. And then I've got another 50-gallon drum on the side, and we also picked up this 48-gallon drum. This one actually has a screen up top here. As well as two separate spouts that will make it a lot easier to collect the water when you need it to put into a watering can or whatnot. This one here is Expert Gardener. We picked this one up at Walmart. This we picked up at Menards. It's pretty sturdy, pretty heavy duty. The last one I had cracked, so I needed to pick up another one. Here we picked up some mulch. Got a couple projects in the garden that we need to mulch. It helps with water retention, keeping the ground nice and cool, as well as suppressing weeds. It's 100% natural, western red cedar mulch. No fillers, no contaminants. It's just all natural, long-lasting natural color. There's no dyes, which is really important when you're growing food. As you can see here, we picked up 4 bags total. I'm not sure if that's enough. We might have to make another trip. We'll see what we have, how much ground we can cover with that. Also got pine shavings and 2 straw bales. It says here 99% weed free, which is really important, or else it'd be defeating the purpose. We've got 2 beds to fill. I don't know if we have quite enough for all of it. If you're familiar with the Mel's mix, it's 1/3 peat moss, 1/3 vermiculite, and 1/3 compost. So we picked up all of those things, as well as some perlite for drainage. Usually I put that towards the bottom. That's the first layer I put, just to make sure everything's draining properly and nothing's getting waterlogged. And yeah, good mixture of manure, compost, and as well as some worm castings. So here we just picked up some flowers at the dollar store. Last year we picked up some Nanting carrots and a couple other things. They actually did really good. So on a budget, as you see here, is just $2, and the girls are going to help us plant this so they can have some wildflowers to pick later on. We also shot a video where we picked up a fountain. I'll give you a clip of that here in a bit, but we weren't able to get it running last year, so we picked up a water pump here, as well as some hoses, see if we can get it running. Here it pumps up to 5 feet 7 inches, so I want to say the fountain's a good 3 feet tall or so, hopefully that works. We also picked up some bird bath and fountain maintenance to make sure the wildlife has some clean water to bathe in and drink from. So as you see here, these are the things that I was using to aerate my compost tea, my worm tea. They work just fine, but it's a bit of a hassle at times trying to work with all this stuff. So we decided to upgrade this year. We picked up a nice big Vivo Sun pump. We picked it up on Amazon. We also picked up a stone disc. It's, I want to say, about 4 inches in diameter. Don't know where I set that, but this should work a lot better in aerating the tea. Here we also picked up a soaker hose on Amazon. Our raspberries can be kind of difficult to water. When you water over the top, they get pretty heavy and start bending over, so wanted to see if this might help with that, just laying it along the bottom and get a good soak in on that bed. Also picked up a new watering hose here, or nozzle. We also picked up a cultivator here. It actually telescopes, so it's, I don't know, about 4 feet or so. Something for the girls to use when they plant their flowers.
So with the exception of the soaker hose and the Vivo Sun air pump, that haul cost us about $250 between Tractor Supply and Menards and Walmart. And the only thing we bought at Walmart was the rain barrel with the screen on top. That was $98 plus tax, so $250 is not bad considering all that we got. So this is our Honeycrisp apple tree, and we planted this last year on Hector's birthday actually, so May 25th. So last year, the 2024 growing season. And right now, we're just doing some maintenance to it, adding some worm castings. And the worm castings are actually beneficial for fruit trees because it enhances the soil health and it provides essential nutrients for the plant growth. They act as a natural fertilizer and boosts nutrient availability while also deterring pests and diseases. It also helps regulate the pH levels, making it easier for the plant to absorb the nutrients. We're also going to add in a few scoops of the cow manure and compost, and what that does is it adds organic matter to the soil, which will improve its ability to retain water and nutrients, and it also leads to better aeration and drainage to help with overall root growth so that you don't have your roots rotting down in the soil or creating mold. And they also contain essential nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, which are super vital for fruit tree growth and development. So if you want your fruit tree to be fruitful, no pun intended, these things are really good to add on to the soil because these are all the compost and manure along with the worm castings. They're both slow release. So as you water, it's going to slowly release down into the roots. So very, very good for fruit trees. And I almost forgot to mention, when you are adding these amendments like the worm castings and the cow manure compost, you don't want to let them build up on the base of the tree, like at the very trunk of it, because it will end up giving the base some rot there. And trust me, Hector kept redirecting me the entire time. He was supposed to be filming and I was supposed to be gardening, but he could not help himself and he continuously reminded me. So it is my duty to remind you to not let your amendments build up at the base or trunk of your trees. So the cardboard cutout that I just put on top, along with the cedar mulch here, those are both good for weed control. So the cardboard will kind of suppress and hold down weeds from growing through. And then the mulch is just the same thing. It'll add to that suppression. The mulch actually also helps with water retention. So if you're going through a dry spell where there's not much rain, if you've watered with your hose or your accumulated rainwater, it will hold the moisture in there so that the fruit tree doesn't dry out. And it also acts as insulation. So when you put that mulch on top of the base there, it's going to keep the soil and the root system nice and cool if it's super, super hot out. And then in the winter, it'll keep that base nice and warm so that it doesn't freeze over and kill the root system. Very, very beneficial to have on top of your root systems in your garden. Now we moved over to our Toka plum tree. This was planted 2 years ago, so the 2023 growing season, also on Hector's birthday, so it's kind of a tradition. Every birthday for him, he wants to plant a tree. So we started that 2 years ago, and we're going to repeat the same steps, the 4 to 5 scoops of worm castings, the 3 to 4 scoops of cow manure and compost, and then a good fluffy layer of the cedar mulch. And the cardboard. I almost forgot the cardboard. 4 to 5 scoops of the worm castings, 3 to 4 scoops of the cow manure and compost, a layer of cardboard, and then a nice fluffy layer of the cedar mulch. hope you enjoyed today's video. You got to catch a little update on where our garden is at the beginning of it. So if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. That helps us out so much here on YouTube. And click the subscribe button if you haven't already, and turn on your notification bell. That way you never miss an upload from us. And leave us a comment down below. Let us know what you want to see. Let us know some feedback, whatever you feel like letting us know. We'd love to hear from you. So we will see you in our next video. Bye.